What made you want to return to the Real Housewives of New Jersey after so many years off screen?
I always wanted to come back. Let me just clarify. But the times that I would get to the 11th hour and almost go to the reunion so I could come back for the next season, I would call Andy and I would pull out. I would get scared. People see me as this really tough girl. I just have a mouth on me. Not so tough. I do run real fast in high heels, though. One of the main reasons that this season came to fruition is because the viewers, my fans, and the fans of the franchise and of Bravo, and they never stopped. They never stopped tweeting. They never stopped calling. They never stopped any of their, requests to bring me back, as Andy stated last night on the reunion. And he never stopped answering me. Well, we would talk constantly. So I'm really happy that the vibe is exactly the way I thought it would be. And Teresa and I reconnected like we didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, it does seem like it. That's good.
And it seems like the only person that really has a problem with it wasn't there from the beginning, so she really doesn't matter anyway. It's Dolores. I think she's just a little jealous because, I'm able to come in and have, a relationship with Teresa, and she can't seem to be a real friend anyway, so far be it for me not to point it out,
Now, there was a scene cut out this season of you and your boyfriend having sex in the gorgeous bathroom. What was the real reason why they cut this scene out?
It's funny because the season isn't done yet. I love when people are like, it's the finale and we didn't see this and we didn't see that, and are they going to show? Who knows? I mean, there's still another episode, maybe more. Who knows? So I'm not going to say it is or isn't cut out, but I am going to say I own everything that I do. And if I want to have spontaneity in my relationship, and at 55 years old, I think I can do whatever the hell I want, wherever the hell I want. If I don't get caught by the police having sex in a bathroom, I mean, what does anyone else have to say about it? Everyone does it. Does anyone watch Andy Cohen watch What Happens Live, the after show? It's funny because 50 Cent and Gerard Butler sit there and talk about having sex in public places, and everyone thinks it's great. Danielle Staub does it. It's not so great. So I think everyone has just got to calm down. Like, I'll have sex wherever I want, whenever I want, with my man. I'm not doing anything that anyone else wishes they didn't have the nerve to do. I mean, that wishes they had the nerve to do. Just because, the people want to judge me for my character. I don't think I'm perfect. I don't even think I'm sane. I would never claim to be sane. I don't want to be sane. Sane is boring. I mean, if I were sane, I would have never been picked to be on The Housewives from the beginning. So, I mean, let's face it, we're probably the craziest of the franchise. But we're good crazy. We're loving crazy. And at the end of the day, I think whatever is seen or not seen is left up to the producers and the higher ups, whether they're going to put it in or take it out. It doesn't mean that it's out. It doesn't mean that it's in the show. It just means just keep watching. There's a little bit more to watch. We have at least another week, maybe more. Who knows? Okay, so stay tuned. Exactly. I see what you're saying. And not for nothing, I just want to clarify. When they say a scene cut out, when they're asking that question, do people really think they're going to show me having, relationships with my fiance? No. I mean, it's like saying somebody was there, and they weren't, It's sort of like Dolores all season, which talks about what happens in seasons 1 and 2. I say to her constantly, and that gets cut out, you weren't even there. What the hell do you know? Unless you were there and you saw it for yourself, who's to say it happened? I could have denied it even happened, but I didn't. I owned it. Was there a cameraman in there when it happened? Oh, hell no. Oh, okay. It's not the Real Housewives of pornography. It's the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We do crazy shit. And let me tell you something. If I wasn't so freaking bored, I wouldn't have done any of that. I get bored easily. You're
Right.
standing around in 200-degree weather, and the ovens are all on. It's a little boring, and we're still talking about the freaking cake. So, I want to just switch it up a little bit. Let's talk about something else. So we did. We ended up talking about me having sex in the bathroom with my fiance.
Are you and Martin Caffrey planning a wedding, and have you set a date?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So, yes, we are and planning a wedding. The date is yet to be determined. And then the rest you'll have to just watch and see, because there's only so much that I can say, obviously.
Now, how do you feel about the rumors that Carol Manzo and Jacqueline might be returning for season 9, and do you think that they'll cause drama for you?
Bring it on. I'll tell you what, I'm standing on the right side of the fence now. I don't stand alone. They had no problem attacking me in seasons 1 and 2 because Caroline would just push all these buttons, and then she would use Teresa's loyalty and friendship to have Teresa attack me. Whereas Teresa didn't really even have a problem with me. We saw that last night. Even Melissa was like, Team Danielle. From the beginning, she's like, did Teresa really come up with a reason that she didn't like me last night? It didn't happen, did it?
No.
Because I said, pay attention, right?
Yeah, that's
So there
true.
was no other reason other than Caroline and Jacqueline. And I'll tell you what, 2 is better than 1. So they saw how they really took me down, but it was 5 against 1, let's face it. And then the whole entire Manzo family and Larita family. So bring them on. I mean, Teresa and I can hold our own, and we got Melissa too, and then Margaret. If they want to come back, we'll see who's outnumbered now. See how it feels. I mean, the one thing Caroline has to remember, keep her mouth shut, show some respect, because we are the same age, and she hates when I say that, because I look so much younger and so much more youthful because I'm not a miserable bitch. And as for Jacqueline and her 15 chins, I'll take her on. I mean, she's one that needs to be restrained, though, when she speaks, because she is a little bit violent, I have to say.
Yeah.
Now, if anyone should be scared of anyone on the New Jersey houses, it should be Jacqueline. She's got a few extra screws loose, so we never know what she's going to do. Will it cause drama? Major drama. I'm not so sure it's the drama, though, that Bravo wants.
Yeah.
I think they've been there, done that already. It isn't going to go well, but it's okay. Bring them on.
Yeah.
And it seems like Dolores would be Team Jacqueline from last night. I mean, we did hear her say, well, there's always next season. She seems a little condescending towards her friend that she keeps saying that she's so close with.
If you make great TV. That'd be for sure.
Oh, my God, it would be such good TV. Listen, if there's anything I love doing great TV. And let's face it, Jacqueline didn't bring the ratings up last season, or she'd still be here no matter what kind of drama she caused. She wasn't capable of bringing it. A lot more people are tuning in, and I'm not going to say it's because of me, but I'm not going to say it's not.
What castmates do you hang out with when cameras aren't rolling?
Everyone except for Dolores and Siggy.
Okay. So you're legit friends, except for those 2.
Yeah, I speak to all of them every day, either by text or by voice. Margaret is probably multiple times a day. I already spoke to her this morning 3 times.
Oh, Jesus. It's 9:22 a.m. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Has Christine been able to forgive Teresa Giudice yet, or is she still angry?
No, Christine wasn't angry. She's very hurt. They did have a conversation initially, face-to-face. It wasn't on camera, but Christine is very forgiving. I just wanted to know it was real. It's hard when you grow up with cameras on you to know that, like, when you're going to film something, and like an apology, that's that significant and it makes such an impact on your life. She wanted to make sure that it was real, like, without the cameras there. There was one point she was like, Mom, I'm just going to post a picture of Teresa and I because people keep asking me if I'm going to forgive her. Okay. I would say it's safe to say that they have moved on from it, yeah. And they're working on a relationship. It takes time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Both of my daughters are very forgiving. Just one was more willing to make it, you know, let the public see it happen. And I think Jillian she did that for me as well. I think I didn't even have to ask her. Production asked her, and it was totally up to her. I didn't want her to feel pressured. I'm just really happy that we're all able to put closure in it. I mean, when you see Teresa and I watching those scenes on the reunion last night, both of us are very uncomfortable. Yeah. Because that's not where we're at now. But we went through that, and thank God, because I think it's what made us closer now and more respectful of one another. And the love is genuine. Like, it really is.
Do you think Siggy Flicker's edit was unfair? Did she really act that crazy when she was around the rest of you?
No edits are unfair. If you don't do it and you don't say it, they can't put it on film. You're always risking the chance of whatever you do on camera airing on the show, so don't do it if you don't really want it out there. And then don't turn around and blame people for it. So, no, she didn't get an unfair edit.
Yeah.
I think blaming producers and blaming an edit and saying it was a bad edit is truly unfair to the producers. So, yes, she did those things and she said those things, so it did air, and that is how she is, unfortunately. But ironically, the lady that I met when I started filming The Housewives seemed much different and more aggressive than the lady that I met all those years ago. It was almost like I didn't recognize her to be the same person, and not because of the plastiques, you know, it was because of, and the surgeries, it was because I didn't see her same heart. And I would speak to her numerous occasions throughout filming during the course of a day or a week. You know, when we'd be done filming a scene, I would check on her because I was like, wow, you lost your shit. You know, are you okay? And you got to manage this a little better, you know. I just think that she's not cut out for this. She doesn't go home at night and go, okay, well, that's done. Let it just happen. Just let go of it now because we got something else we're going to film tomorrow. Just not being able to let go is not good when you're doing reality television. Yeah. You can't hold on to the day before. You got to move into the next day. And ergo, or we wouldn't have talked about a cake for 4 months, you know, while we were filming.
Well,
most of the cake was plastic anyway, so.
If you went out of your way to have an elaborate cake made for one of your friends, would you freak out if they threw it on the floor?
Nope. I would get in there and have a fight with them, because you know what? What are we going to do? Eat the cake? No, we're done eating the cake. We're not going to save it and have an anniversary with it next year. It's a cake. It's meant to be eaten and make you happy. So my daughter is a baker. She'll make a cupcake. It'll take her 2 hours to make that one cupcake and decorate that one cupcake. When she hands those cupcakes to her friends, she doesn't say, now, I want to watch you eat every one of them. She wants to see you taste it, tell you they're beautiful, tell you it tastes good, but if you want to dig your hands in there and smear it all over your face when you're done, you can do that. It's yours. It's a gift. It's like giving somebody a scarf or a hat, but saying you can't wear it if you're not going to respect it. Don't get it dirty. Don't throw it down. Don't toss it across the room. Don't play with it. It's not really yours. I'm just giving it to you to make me feel good. I look good. So if you're going to give somebody, who cares how they use it? Who cares? We had fun with it. So no, I wouldn't be with that, especially if the bulk of it was plastic. I'd be kind of embarrassed. Hi, this is Danielle Staub from The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and you're listening to Dominic Natty.